Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found himself a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.
Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Thuram cuts it out. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I've always liked this guy, Jordan Henderson. Someone who has had unrealistic expectations to live up to, but his athleticism, his improved passing, the fact that he's become more adventurous has definitely made him a much better player.
He's one-on-one, shot, and the shot! And it's come back out to him. It's there!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Aberdeen finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pullet. So just a one early goal to report so far.
And the score is 1-0.
Pullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a shot!
Danger averted for now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Neymar. Oh, that's delightful. Neymar was in no mood for any of that.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Neymar.
Henderson does well to stand firm and defend it. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Cannavaro. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Cruyff. Look, goes for a shot! Goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Jordan Henderson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Serginho. Van de Ven. To Henderson. Oh, some tackle that. Now it's Messi. That's a cute ball.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Now it's Van Basten. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. That has ended up in no man's land. Pullet. He's found a way past. And Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Neymar with the short one. Swings it, he gets big! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Maldini wins the duel this time.
And it's Neymar. Shapes to shoot!
They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Raul.
Borussia Dortmund are looking to break at pace. And this is Messi. Jordan Henderson.
Minutes has been
And
indicated.
it's Messi. Messi is fouled. And he is going into that little black book.
McAllister is always looking to break lines.
Van der Ven goes on a run down the left wing. And there's the end of the first half.
That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Borussia Dortmund are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the stadium. Substitution
And
for
that's the start of
Borussia
another
Dortmund.
45 minutes.
Number 11, Neymar. Coming on to replace him is
Cruyff.
number 8.
Pele receives it in a good position here.
Substitution in
Shot could be
progress.
on, and he's managed to get... Takes a shot! They've scored! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
The goal scorer.
Well, was he
after
ever going to miss
48
that?
minutes is
Of course he wasn't.
number
Way too
10.
good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And the finish!
A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Pullet tries making a foray down the right. And they've got a throw. Borussia Dortmund do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And here's Cruyff.
Messi. Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. Van Basten being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. Borussia Dortmund really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Oh, nice one too, very nice.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
60,179.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Neymar. Borussia Dortmund
Are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Gullit in the hunt and looking threatening. And it's Neymar. Can he get away here? Caresses it through. Cruyff's climbs up big! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Is number 69, Ruud Gullit.
Aberdeen get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Pele. More and more pressure on the ball here. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Baresi. Jordan Henderson. Baresi. And the return pass to Henderson. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Now it's Neymar.
Aberdeen clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Koulibaly. Baresi. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Thuram. Jordan Henderson. Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. Messi hurtling down that right flank. Roll is flagged offside.
Borussia Dortmund really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Baresi. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Pele. Now it's Gullit. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. He's got away. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Gullit. And that is that. Borussia Dortmund can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. So what do you
Just a
take
quick
away from it all, Jim?
announcement. We'd like to
Borussia
inform you
Dortmund.
that
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
So it's down to business here.
Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him.
Might be danger here.
That pass isn't the best. It's just beyond his reach.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Back into the middle.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Ball's gone out of play.
Howson.
And it's Conte. Albert Ferrer.
And it's made its way to it. Shoots!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
He's shifting through the gears here, and he's managed to get free.
Van Basten showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Tries from a long way out. That's a half-decent try.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Howson cuts it out.
Jordan Henderson. Now it's Neymar. Oh, they can break here. Borussia Dortmund
are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Araujo. Serginho. Van de Ven. Looking to play him in.
Jordan Henderson.
McAllister.
Now it's Raul. And this is Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul. Now it's Neymar. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Oh, that's clever. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Botafogo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is ended up in no man's land. Neymar, he has found the way through. Serginho gets into some space. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, terrible pass. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, strongly challenged there. Messi. McAllister. Messi in acres of space out wide. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. McAllister. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. No way through. And it's Serginho. Oh, that's nice. This looks promising. Oh, shooting chance! Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now it's McAllister. Oh, smashing header! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Albert Ferrer. Iniesta. And the first 45 minutes are up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Senhoras e senhores, vamos todos dar os parabéns ao nosso aniversariante de hoje. Substituição em andamento.
So off we go once more.
Borussia Dortmund clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Borussia Dortmund are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Messi. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's on his way! Plenty to aim at here. That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Deep cross. Tries to get it clear. Can he finish? They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
That could spell trouble. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Short changes him with that pass. Messi. Now then, the ball's come loose. He's a sharp little ball here. And here's Van Basten. It's Van Basten! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Neymar with the short one. Chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Jordan Henderson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Borussia Dortmund perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Olise, good chance here! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a really well-measured ball. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. Iniesta. That's an excellent interception. Messi. Out to the left it goes. And this is Neymar. He's got away. Neymar! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that's well spotted. Serginho. And it's Messi. Roll, receives it in a wide position. Oh, that's neat. Messi. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Over to the left.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's on it, can he get away? Now it's Neymar. And this is Van Basten. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Jordan Henderson. Messi. Pass somewhat off target.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Van der Ven calmly anticipates. Quality ball. He's found a way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, good-looking ball. Neymar. And it's Messi. Tries to play it through. He's found a way through. Ball played for Rijkaard. He's picked his way through. He's cut it out.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, what has happened here? Elise's header! And the whistle goes, so nearly a telling finale, but it ends 0-0. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.